they need to take advantage of it.
A rare sight here not to see Nitor Longar in the starting lineup, so Beth Christensen will take the tip here, and it is tipped by Ruddle. That's back to Braun, who gets it over to Ruddle in the corner, and she'll put up a shot right away. No good off the back iron, and rebound to Christensen. Holmes brings it up. And she'll drive right to the bucket, then kick it out to Hedderson for three. She knocks it down.
Now that's what the Bulls are looking to do much more of. Dribble penetration, kicking it out to those capable shooters. And of course, the most capable one has been Brittany Hedderson with consistency throughout her career.
Morabito on the left wing. Then back up top for Durham, who looks down low. That's no good. Ruddle with the rebound. It's rejected by Christensen, out of bounds. Back to Canisus.
Brittany Hedderson recovered that time to help out Scott, but she's mad at herself because she missed the box out on the far side that time and allowed Ruddle to get in there for the rebound.
Morabito to Lennox. Now back up top for Durham. Guarded by Semalulu. Over on the right wing. That's Braun. And there's a long two-pointer, no good. Long rebound goes to Semalulu, who's going to push the action. And she'll finally turn around and hand off to Hedderson. Long pass over to Christensen, kicking it back out. No good on the three-pointer. Rebound to Christensen, who gets it back out to Holmes. Three-pointer was no good there.
Well, there's
from
what we're talking about, Scott. Deep rebounds on missed threes.
Battleman drives in, spin move, lays it off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound underneath to Lennox, who hands it off to Morabito, and she'll bring it up the floor.
And Rachel got herself in good position that time, but couldn't finish.
Three-pointer for Durham is no good, and that goes out of bounds.
Now, Griffs start out very cold from the floor here.
Minute and a half in, still a 3-0 lead for the Bulls.
Missed their first 4 shots, I believe. This has been a series recently, Scott, that was dominated by Canisus until the Bulls scored a big 29-point win at the Kessler Center last year.
Yeah, Canisus really has dominated the overall series. It's down low, the jumper is no good.
It's going to be Buffalo ball.
From Bandelman, but it's tied up by Christensen. They'll keep it. They'll take it in from underneath their own basket. Bandelman here active early on. Hedderson takes it in from the baseline. Into Holmes. Holmes drives to her left and kicks it back out to Bandelman. Bandelman drives down the lane. She'll put it up with the right hand off the glass and in.
Good persistence by Rachel Bandelman. Missed her first couple of shots, Scott, but staying aggressive. As a coach, that's what you want to see your players do.
Well, this new look offense looks good thus far. Off to a 5-0 lead. Lennox at the free throw line. Down low to Ruddle, then back out for Braun. Ruddle has it. Long cross court bounce pass for Durham. She'll kick it over to Braun. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Braun now looking for some help. Up top to Ruddle. She'll put up a three-pointer from the top of the key and rattles it home. Canisus with their first points of the game.
Yeah, it was a tough deep three that time by Ruddle. And the Bulls playing that 2-3 matchup zone here in the early going.
Durham with some token pressure here on Ephesian Holmes as she brings it across the timeline. Over to Hedderson. Thought about the three-pointer. Long cross-court pass to Semalulu. Pump fake. Now she'll drive down the lane. Puts it up.
Traveled.
And she traveled.
Pretty good defense that time by Canisus. They collapsed in the lane as Semalulu. That's the issue. Sometimes when you start your drive from outside the three-point line, you give those post defenders a lot of time, Scott, to get in there to draw a charge or get in the way.
Semalulu knocked it away from Braun, but she's able to corral it in. Braun now puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound is tipped back out. That's Morabito for three off the back iron. Semalulu tips it to herself and gets the rebound.
Nice job by Teresa there. In traffic, knew she couldn't grab it with two hands and just tipped it to herself.
There's Hedderson at the top of the key. Little jumper. Smooth. Brittany Hedderson with a great little 18-foot jump shot.
Brittany
the Bulls up 7-3.
Brittany is as good a stop and pop kind of jump shooter as you'll see in the women's game here in a long time.
Canisus drives down the lane. It goes off of the leg of Durham, but kicks back out to Ruddle, who has a long cross-court pass to Ruddle. No good. Off the back iron. Rebound eventually finds its way to Semalulu.
A lid on the basket for the Griffs. They've got some good looks these last couple possessions.
Here's Bandelman. Takes one dribble, then back up top for Holmes. Semalulu now on the left wing. 4 minutes in, Bulls up 7-3. Holmes now will drive down the right side of the lane. Brings it back down, and she's fouled. That'll go against Ashley Durham, her first and the first of the game.
I don't think Aphesia realized she actually got some good separation on that drive. Didn't get the shot up right away and then was fouled.
Ashley Wilkes will come in for Durham, and Lennox will check out one of the better names that we're going to run across here. Kayla Huhuli comes in for the Bulls. It's Rachel Bandelman checking out for Nitor Longar. The Bulls have it now. Here's Holmes looking down low. That pass was to nobody. It looked like it was meant for Longar, but she was not ready for it. It goes out of bounds, and we'll take a break. The Bulls with the early lead. 7-3 UB. You're listening to Bulls Basketball, presented by Subway on the UB Basketball Network. Right now, 5 points for Brittany Hedderson, leading the way for either team. As Canisus has gotten off to a cold start. Here's Ruddle being guarded by Christensen. Over to Wilkes. Wilkes over to Huhuli, and she gives it away to Hedderson. Hedderson now dribbles it up. She'll stop. Thought about shooting it. That's Holmes who got it blocked from behind, but it goes right underneath to Semilulu, who puts it up and in.
Good result that time by the Bulls. A good block from behind in Canisus, but Semilulu was right on the spot to finish it. And the Griffs continue to struggle offensively. They're 1 of 10 from the floor.
Morabito over to Braun. She puts up her shot. She's fouled. Looked like Hedderson came over the back and got a piece. It's going to be her first and the team's first. Hedderson almost got that pass again.
Yes.
From Morabito.
Yeah, the Griffs have thrown some pretty careless cross-court passes here, Scott. They had one earlier that went right through the middle of the lane.
It was a bounce pass.
Zone defense,
right.
And you're like, that shouldn't get there.
First one is up and in. Canisus from the floor right now, shooting just 10% in the early going. Both of them go. It's 9-4 in favor of the Bulls. Holmes brings it up, facing the 2-3 zone from Canisus. Semilulu gets it up top to Holmes after a slight tip there from Longar. A long three-pointer from Hedderson, no good off the front iron. Rebound bounces to Braun, and Canisus brings it back, down 4. Semilulu guarding Morabito tight. Here's Morabito over to Ruddle on the left wing, trying to get it down low, can't get it there. Longar goes for the interception, can't get it. Wilkes puts up a shot, it's no good, and then is deflected out of bounds off the hands of Ruddle, and the Bulls get it back. Christensen will take it in on the baseline.
Pretty good help defense that time by Buffalo, and Longar, who went for the steal out front, Scott hustled all the way back and got herself involved in the rebound, which caused the Canisus player to knock it out of bounds. Good hustle by Nitor.
Ashley Durham back into the game, coming in for Allison Braun. Here's Christensen at the top of the key, pump fake, then hands off to Semilulu coming off the screen. Now she'll try to go baseline. She does, kicks it back out for Hedderson. She'll stop and pop, can't get it to go. Rebound underneath to Semilulu, who's really doing some nice work. She has it blocked. It's on the floor, still battling for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. Teresa Semilulu really active on the glass tonight. She can't get the shots to go, and the alternate possession goes back to the Griffs.
Semilulu bringing great energy here early in the game for Buffalo.
She really was missed there, and she had a little bit of an injury for those games against Dayton and UConn.
Yeah.
Her energy was definitely missed. Longar knocks the ball away, but it goes right to Ruddle. Wilkes down low, kicks it back out. That's Huhuli, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound underneath to Durham, who kicks it right back out into Hedderson. Hedderson will bring it up now. It's 1-on-3. She pulls it back out. Semilulu down low to Longar, she's fouled. Nice job by Longar to get the low post position.
Nitor was still backing her opponent down when that pass came. If she had got that shot up, she'd have been almost right under the basket.
Teresa Semilulu comes out. Rachel Bandelman comes back in.
Excellent minutes there for Teresa in early going. Now the Bulls have gone very large here in this lineup.
Little inbound pass to Longar, off the glass and in. She faced a lot of traffic there from Lennox, but still got it up and over her long arms, and the Bulls are up 11-5. Huhuli, top of the key, then down low. Nice job by Longar to front and get the ball back. The Bulls pushing it back on a bit of a run here.
Also coming out with some great energy here in the early going.
Didn't get the start. Maybe coming off the bench. Got a little bit of the message. Here's Hedderson. Drive strong, left-handed. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Can't be corralled underneath. That was Longar who almost brought it in, but the ball goes out of bounds back to Canisus.
Like the good aggressive play there by Brittany Hedderson, though. The lane was open, just could not finish with the left hand. But if it's there, you want to see her take that all day.
Lennox at the top of the key underneath for Wilkes. Knocked away by Christensen to Bandelman. Another turnover from Canisus in the early going. Hedderson puts up a three. No good. Rebound. Christensen fighting for it with Wilkes. It goes out of bounds, and the Bulls will keep it.
Nice hustle there by Beth. The Bulls right now, Scott, are winning those hustle kind of battles. They've chased down a bunch of loose balls, gotten their hands in. They're doing a nice job in the post.
Christensen takes the inbound pass, and she's fouled.
Now, the only thing I'd like to see different there is Beth caught that ball about probably 6 feet from the basket. Scott, she wasn't guarded. She should be looking for that shot. She should be looking to score from that position at her height. She's got a nice touch around the basket.
Melissa Gardner checking in for Canisus. Also at the last break, Aphesia Holmes came out for Margot Goupilon for the Bulls. Here's Hedderson on the baseline, taking it in. She looks to Christensen. It's on the floor. Ball was knocked away, and that's a jump ball back to the Bulls. 12:59 to go here in the first half. UB up 6. The Bulls playing well defensively, and they look fresh with the week off. Christensen takes it. Bandelman thought about the three, then she'll drive to the free throw line. And it's going to be a three-second violation on Longar.
Nitro working hard for that position in the paint. Just got in there. She was, I think, expecting the entry pass a little quicker that time from Bandelman.
Durham has it. She's going to drive down the right baseline, puts it up, and she's fouled by Goupilon. That's a tough foul there. Kind of jumped into Goupilon, drawing the contact.
Yeah, that's smart play by Durham that time. Made the contact look a lot more than it was, Scott.
It's the Bulls' second team foul. Durham's first is up and in. Canisus right now shooting 8% from the field. 3 for 3, though, from the charity stripe.
The one thing you'd like to say if you're the Bulls right now is you'd like to have more than a 5-point lead.
Right.
The way that the Griffs have come out, struggled from the field. Bulls haven't really been able to take full advantage of it, Scott.
Durham makes them both, and it's an 11-7 lead. Here's Goupilon, kicks it back out. Hedderson thought about an NBA range three-pointer. Christensen at the top of the key, over to Goupilon. Goupilon will drive down the left baseline, tried to force it into Longar. She gets it back, but it's eventually stolen away. Here's Braun bringing it up. Whoa, that looked like a backcourt violation, but it wasn't called. Braun over to Durham, pump fake at the three-point line, then drives down low, and she's hammered by Longar. Durham now taking some of the initiative for Canisus, getting aggressive, and she'll go back to the free throw line for the second time in a minute. Credit Nitor there. Listen, if you're going to foul, make it worth it. She got her money's worth there.
Nitor's got a cut on her hand.
Yeah, on her right hand, on her right, almost near her wrist there. That's being tended to.
Sue Rock is on the case.
Little Band-Aid action here. It's nothing serious. No stitches, just some aggressive play. Oh, all right, we're going to get a little bandage, a little gauze action, a little tape.
That Sue Rock's going to make sure that does not bleed anymore and cause Nitor to have to come out of the game. So.
She's the Bulls cut man here today in the corner. Durham's first shot up and in.
Durham's done a nice job on 2 straight possessions of really drawing contact on a couple drives, sort of seeking contact in many ways.
Second one up and in. Canisus with 9 points in this game, 6 from the free throw line, as Hedderson brings it up, and the Bulls leading by 2, 11-9.
Canisus stays in that 2-3 zone.
Here's Goupilon looking for the middle, and that pass was almost picked off by Gardner. Hedderson gets it back, though. Bandelman pump fake, then down low for Longar. She's triple teamed. Back up top, Hedderson with a little pass fake. Then she'll dribble to the free throw line, put up a shot, no good. And the rebound goes to Wilkes of Canisus. Durham brings it back, and Canisius with their first opportunity to tie. Wilkes at the top of the key. Over to Huhuli. Coming off of a screen. Down the middle of the lane. Puts up a little floater. Down and in and out. That was 3/4 of the way in and popped out on her.
She went glass from right in front of the basket, and it rolled all the way around and out on her.
Here's Gupilon. Drives down the middle of the lane. Kicks it to Longar, who lays it off the glass and in, and the foul.
Beautiful play by Gupilon that time. Looked like she was going to take it all the way, Scott, and then at the last minute dropped it off to Nitor. And Longar's got a couple nice finishes around the bucket early on where she struggled to finish against Wright State.
We'll take a break here. The Bulls up by 4. They're up 13-9 with 11:23 to go here.
This will be Buffalo's first free throw attempt here by Longar, and the Griffs are already 6 of 6 from the line. That's really what's holding them in this game.
And Longar's shot is no good, so the Bulls will maintain that 4-point lead with 11:20 to go and counting. Durham brings it up. It's over to Wilkes. And Morabito into the corner for Durham. Pump fake for the three-pointer, and then she drives in, kicks it out for Morabito. Quickly over into the right side, that's Braun. Braun gets it back for three, nailed it.
Well, they still don't have a two-pointer, but now they've got a couple three-pointers, and it's a one-point game.
Allison Braun with the three gets the Griffs back to within one, 13-12. Bandelman has it on the left side. Deep left corner for Gupilon, who pump fakes and kicks it back to Bandelman, who brings it to the top of the key. Gupilon gets it back, facing this 2-3 zone. Long cross-court pass to Bandelman. Thought about driving baseline, but kicks it back up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hedderson drives, pops for the 17-footer, and she nails it.
There it is again, Scott. She has that great ability to take two quick dribbles, pull up, and really shoot a very good-looking jump shot where she elevates very nicely.
Ruddle gets it down low, turns around, puts it off the glass and in. A nice answer from the Griffs.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Nitor kind of just went straight up with the arms that time. Like to see her try to contest that a little bit as long as she is. Make that very tough to shoot over her.
Gupilon now has it at the top of the key into the deep left corner. That's Bandelman who will drive baseline, runs into Ruddle, kicks it back out. There's Gupilon, 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll stop and pop from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Rebound out of bounds off of Christensen. Pair of substitutions for the Bulls will bring in Ephesia Holmes and Teresa Semalulu for Bandelman and Gupilon. Here's Ashley Durham bringing the ball up for Canisius. Durham leading the team in assists this year. Over to Morabito. And flashing to the free throw line is Gardner. Canisius now drives it in, kicks it out for Morabito for three. No good off the back iron. Rebound to Semalulu, who comes back in and immediately gets a rebound. She pushes the pace, gets it right down to the free throw line. Then it'll be kicked back out to Hedderson. Her free throw line jumper just rattles out, and the rebound underneath goes to Gardner. Durham brings it up now for Canisius, being guarded by Semalulu. Krista Bacchus getting set to check back in. Here's Braun into the corner for Ruddle. That's a long three-pointer. Thought her foot was on the line, but that's going to be three. And it's 17-50 in favor of Canisius with their first lead of the game. 8:50 to go here in the first half.
And again, it's all three-pointers for field goals for the Griffs.
Christensen took a dribble, had it knocked away by Morabito.
Good help defense.
She'll bring it up now into the front court. Crossover dribble on Semalulu. She'll take it right in. She'll stop and put up a little 9-footer, and she drops it in. And that'll draw a timeout from Coach Mack, who does not look pleased here with 8:31 to go in the first half. Canisius up 19-15, and 11 and a half minutes into the game, Canisius makes their first two-point basket of the game, and now leads by 4.
Canisius on a three post players when they had Bandelman and Christensen and Longar on the floor. Those are basically three post players.
Well, the last field goal here by UB was that jumper by Hedderson at 10:28. We are now at 8:25 and counting. Here's Ephesia Holmes bringing it down, trying to back down Durham. She's forced to bring it back out. Hedderson on the right wing. She'll drive, stop and pop at the free throw line, but it's blocked by Morabito. Loose ball underneath the Bacchus. And it'll be knocked away eventually out of bounds back to the Bulls as Ephesia Holmes had it, but Morabito knocked it away. And the Bulls will have it inbounding right in front of the Canisius bench. And head coach Terry Zay.
Bulls too unselfish on that one. That loose ball landed in Bacchus's hand right in front of the basket. Rather than shoot it, she passed it off to an unsuspecting Ephesian Holmes.
And she was 3 foot from the hole there.
Yeah.
Semalulu now. Over to Holmes at the top of the key. The right side is Semalulu. Into the deep right corner now is Hedderson. Hedderson stops. Tries to go underneath for Semalulu. It's knocked away. Bacchus has it in the deep right corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer from Hedderson. Off the front iron. Bacchus with the rebound. Back out for Holmes. Nice rebound there from Bacchus to reset it for the Bulls. 7:30 to go. Bulls down by 4. Holmes will drive. She'll put up the shot, and she knocks it down. Long two-pointer there. Well, about a 19-footer.
A long two, but the Bulls needed it. They'd really kind of been in a funk offensively there. Holmes got the screen from Christensen, came off at shooting.
Ruddle at the top of the key over to Durham. Little jab step. She'll drive down the lane, put up a scoop shot, and nails it. Wow. That's an athletic play by Durham amongst the tall trees for UB. Holmes brings it back. Here's Semalulu. Back up top for Holmes, over to Hedderson. Working it around the key here. Holmes now gets a better look. Just under 7 minutes to go into the left corner for Hedderson as she tried to get it down low for Bacchus off of a foot, and Canisius gets it. Another turnover here for the Bulls. Durham stops, pops, 18-footer off the back iron, rebound to Semalulu. Nice box out there by Hedderson. 3-on-2 for the Bulls. Here's Holmes underneath. Can't get the layup to go. Bacchus got the rebound, put it up, and she's fouled. Looks like that might go to Ashley Wilkes, and it will. Bacchus to the line here for 2. We'll take a break here. The Bulls trying to hang in there on this Canisius run. The Griffs have stormed back. They now lead 21-17 over the Bulls. You're listening to UB Basketball, presented by Subway on the Bulls Basketball Network. Sorry, Subway. Has done it with the 2-3 zone. Kind of turned the tide a little bit. The Bulls have gone cold from the floor. But here's Krista Bacchus at the free throw line to try and narrow the lead, and she makes the first.
I just continue to be impressed by Krista Bacchus. She's got a couple terrific rebounds here, 2 offensive rebounds since she's come into the game to keep possessions alive, Scott.
Yeah, Bacchus knocks down both, and it's 21-19. Valerie Majeski, the guard, has checked into the game for UB. And that's a travel. Right here, right in front of us, Braun. Yeah. No pressure, just decided to walk.
Not a good decision.
No, that's ill-advised. Beth Christensen in now to Ephesia Holmes. It's Hedderson, Bacchus, Christensen, Majeski, and Holmes on the floor for the Bulls. I think it was
your defense, Scott, that threw her off.
Obviously. Here's Majeski in the corner. She'll drive baseline, nowhere to go, and she's fouled. An aggressive play there by Majeski, the freshman from Erie, PA. Off the bench.
I think that's actually that's the 16th foul on Canisius. Bulls with only 3, so Bulls going to be the beneficiary of probably getting maybe some one-on-one opportunities here to finish the half with 6:13 to go.
The foul was the second to Ashley Wilkes, and she will sit down.
I had Bacchus open early.
Bacchus now has it on the left side, up top to Majeski, and then kicks it back out between the circles here for Holmes. Hedderson will drive right down the lane, kicks it underneath. Great pass for Bacchus, who puts up the shot, couldn't get it to go, and it's rebounded by Braun.
It looked like Krista kind of lost the ball on her way up.
Durham brings it back for Canisius, over to Braun, almost intercepted by Christensen. There's Gardner at the top of the key, over to Morabito for 3. Can't get it to go. Bacchus with a strong rebound, who kicks it over to Holmes. It's a 21-19 lead for Canisius. Majeski now has it on the right side, crossover dribble. She'll bring it back out for Holmes at the top of the key, calling for a screen, and gets it to Hedderson. She'll dribble down the right side of the lane, stops and puts it up. Can't get it to go, but that is her shot. Ball still loose, eventually brought down by Morabito. Canisius will bring it up now, and they have numbers. Durham into the corner for Braun. She'll put it up and in.
Good recognition by Durham. Knew she had numbers. Braun did a good job of just finding the open space on the floor for the spot-up jumper.
Canisius back up 4. And Braun leading the way here with 7 points. Second in scoring for Canisius with 7 points. Ruddle with 8. There's a giveaway underneath the basket by Holmes. The long pass up to Ruddle. Can't get the layup to go. Just enough defensive pressure there by the Bulls to force the missed shot. Canisius up 4. 4:42 to go in the first half. Aphesia Holmes being guarded closely by Durham. Spin move. Goes right down the lane. Puts it too strong off the glass. Rebound to Bacchus. She can't get it to go. Christensen underneath. Looking for an outlet pass. It's Majewski for 3. She can't get it to go. Ruddle finally with a rebound for Canisius, and Durham will slow it up.
Now Bulls with all kinds of point-blank chances that time, Scott. Just cannot finish at this point.
Durham crossover dribble, drives down the lane and kicks it out for Braun. Ruddle at the top of the key over to Morabito. Deep left corner. That is Gardner who puts up the shot. An easy rebound now for Bacchus as Holmes brings it back. 4 minutes even to go. Trying to break down her defender, Braun. Gets it over to Christensen at the top of the key. Majewski, right side. She'll try to get it into the lane. Ill-advised pass up top intended for Holmes, but it's intercepted by Braun. Durham has it now. Didn't like what she saw, and she'll back it out. Canisius with a 4-point lead into the right corner. Underneath to Ruddle, who puts it up, short-armed it. She had the open look, and Bacchus gets the rebound.
Both teams missing a lot of good opportunities right around the basket.
Majewski has it now on the right wing. Now over to Hedderson, who will drive from the left wing, puts it up and in. That's a tough shot.
That's the toughest shot the Bulls have taken all half. They'd missed a bunch of chippies, but knocked that one in by Hedderson, who's being very aggressive offensively here in the first half.
Hedderson kind of playing the 3 spot here for the Bulls, because they've got Majewski and Holmes playing the traditional guard roles. There's Majewski guarding Braun into the deep left corner for Durham. She drives right into the lane. Can't get it to go. Bacchus just has the rebound go off of her hands back to Canisius. That's Braun with a free throw line jumper, and she knocks it down. Canisius back up by 4.
Guards need to help out there with the rebound there, Scott. Bacchus got her hand on it. There was no help from any of the Bulls guards crashing down to help clean up the glass.
Hedderson has it over to Holmes, who'll put up a 3. No good.
That's
Rebound.
over the back. Holy cow.
No call.
That's
Rebound to
Christensen.
Canisius.
They went right over.
Morabito looking down low. That's Gardner who kicks it back out to Durham for 3. No good. Rebound to Bacchus, who got mauled, but still comes down with the ball.
Holy mackerel.
Bacchus has 8 rebounds so far in this game. That's a 3-pointer from Hedderson. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound. Christensen trying to get it. Loses control of it on the floor, out of bounds. Bandelman and Longar will be set to check in. When we come back, we'll take a timeout. 2 minutes even to go. Canisius up 4, 25-21 on UB. You're listening to Bulls Basketball, presented by Subway on the UB Basketball Network. It at about 4 points here for the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Now, Bulls started out this game, Scott, shooting the ball pretty well. At one point, they were 3 of 6 from the floor. Since then, they are just 6 of 25 and are shooting now just 29% from the floor.
Morabito has it for Canisius. Then it's back up top to Lennox. Longar knocks it away. A nice steal from Lennox. Gets it to Holmes. She'll bring it up with 1:30 to go in the half. Hedderson top of the key, down low for Longar. And she draws the foul on Lennox. And Nitor Longar really playing physically down low in this game so far. Coming off the bench is Longar, who has played just about 8.5 minutes here in this first half.
1-on-1 situation here, big free throw.
First one is up and in. That line drive shot from the tall Nitor Longar, the 6'2" redshirt sophomore from Rochester, Minnesota. Eyeing up the second one, it's up and in. Big free throws there by the Bulls.
Got to take advantage of those 1-on-1 opportunities, and the Bulls did there.
90 seconds to go in the half. 25-23 the score in favor of Canisius. Durham unguarded, passes up the 3-pointer. Over to Huhuli, then it's back over to Morabito. She'll put up the 3, and she knocks it down.
Well, nice offense by Canisius, but wow, there was some illegal screening going on there of the heinous variety by Canisus. Ephesian Holmes basically got blocked out on a moving screen, could not help out on that at all.
Jen Morabito knocks down her first three-pointer in 5 attempts. Majeski, she'll try to answer with a three-pointer. Long rebound is off of Hohuli, still on the floor. Majeski battling for it on the floor. It's a jump ball. The possession arrow goes to Canisus.
About a 5th or 6th tie-up here this first half as the Bulls come back in here with Teresa Semalulu.
It's Bendelman and Longar along with Majeski, Semalulu, and Hedderson. Man-to-man defense here from Buffalo. Durham being guarded by Hedderson. Coming off of the screen, Durham steps back, looking for someone to pass to. Lennox finally gets it down low to Van de Bovenkamp. Then Durham slashes strong down the lane. No good. Rebound to Longar, who then gives it right back to Morabito. And great block there by Longar. She makes up for her mistake with a huge swat. And now here comes Hedderson. She'll stop and pop at the free throw line. No good. Rebound to Majeski. Off the glass and in. The Bulls back to within 3. 10 seconds to go here in the half. Durham
Gotta pick up the guard.
brings it up. The long three-pointer for Canisus is an air ball. Rebound to Majeski.
Got time.
She's got time.
Shot up.
She's going to push it up. Puts up the half-court shot. No good. But the Bulls get an important basket there at the end of the half to narrow the lead. Canisus leading by only 3, 28-25, and the Bulls looked active there in the last couple of minutes to kind of stem the tide that Canisus had.
Yeah, I agree, Scott. Pretty good response by Buffalo after they gave up the lead. A lead they had for about the
same starting 5 for the Bulls. It's Bendelman, Semalulu, Holmes, Christensen, and Hedderson. And Holmes will get it. So we'll bring it across midcourt now. The Bulls with the opening possession here in the second half. Into the corner. Quick shot there from Hedderson, and she knocks it down.
There you go.
That's a three-pointer.
She clearly heard our halftime suggestion to keep shooting.
Right. She's got 12 points, and we are knotted up here early on, 28-28. Canisus brings it down. Braun. That's back out. That's Gardner. Morabito quickly down to the corner for Durham. She slashes down. Little bounce pass to Gardner, who will bring it back out. Braun. Ruddle puts it up.
Forever.
And it goes out of bounds. It was partially blocked there by Christensen as Ruddle put up the shot. You heard Coach Mack really wanting that 3-second violation, and she's got a point. Ruddle was down there in that lane, camped out.
5 seconds on the shot clock there. I'm not sure Canisus realizes it.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Gardner puts up a shot off the backboard. No good. Did not touch the rim, and that's good defense. A shot clock violation. Gets the ball back to UB.
And not good recognition by the Griffs that time. They were inbounding the ball with 8 seconds, Scott, and I don't think anybody on the floor for the Griffs realized they were that far along the shot clock.
Here's Holmes. She brings it up. Over to Semalulu at the top of the key. She drives to her right. Down the lane, puts it up off the side of the backboard. She took an awkward shot there. That's Morabito battling, throwing her elbows around, and Semalulu reached in. And Morabito draws the foul on her.
You can call it on Hedderson, and that's her second, Scott. So that's really the only UB player in any sort of foul issue at all. The Bulls only had 3 fouls in that first half, so Christensen has half of the Bulls' fouls in the game, but just 2, not a real reason for concern.
Durham drives, kicks it back out for Morabito. Thought about the three-pointer, then backs up and gives it over to Durham again. Looking down low, low pass. Ruddle gets it over to Gardner. Now Durham has it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She drives down the middle of the lane, kicks it out. Morabito for 3. No good, and the rebound goes to Christensen, and she draws the foul. That'll go to Ruddle. That'll be her second and the team's first.
Good defense here the first couple of possessions, Scott, by Buffalo. They got a shot clock violation and a tough shot and a good box out by Christensen that time.
For Semalulu over to Hedderson. Hedderson down low for Bandelman, and it gets knocked loose. Morabito brings it back.
Yeah, late on the entry pass that time by Brittany.
Durham drives baseline, scoop shot, no good.
That's a foul as well.
Couple of over-the-back fouls going uncalled.
Yeah, Christensen had that ball, was fouled, and then it was knocked out of her hands, and they give the ball to Canisus. So
Durham takes it in on the baseline. Morabito in the deep left corner, underneath for Ruddle. Goes up against Bandelman, can't get it to go, and Christensen gets the rebound. Nice job there by Bandelman, not giving up ground and forcing Ruddle into a tougher shot. Semilulu, top of the key, she drives with the right hand. Continues down into that right corner, kicks it over to Hedderson, who slashes down the middle of the lane, puts it up with the left hand and in.
Well, Brittany, we said could if the Bulls got maybe 10, 12 points from her this half, they'd be in good shape. She's got the first 5 for UB.
And the Bulls take the lead, 30-28, 2.5 minutes here into the half. Durham will drive down the lane and kick it out for Ruddle. Baseline jumper, knocks it in. First points in the half for Canisus, and that ties it up at 30.
And it really all comes off the Durham penetration. That is what she does so well for this Griffs team.
Here's Holmes. She calls out a play between the circles. Dribbles to her right side, that's over to Hedderson. Hedderson looking for someone to pass to or a screen. She's being guarded tightly by Durham, then over to Semilulu. Semilulu will drive to the free throw line, stops, kicks it out for Holmes. Holmes drives down into the free throw line, and she traveled. Took an extra step before she could get that pass off to Christensen underneath the bucket. And here comes Wilkes in for Gardner. Ashley Wilkes coming off the bench. Doesn't have a point here in this game, and she's averaging just about 8 points per game, so well under her average so far tonight.
Get your hands up!
Durham over to Braun, who has it underneath to Wilkes, kicks it back out for Morabito. Wilkes will be the entry person, and it's knocked away by Christensen. Christensen saves it to Hedderson, and Hedderson will bring it back. Stops at the three-point arc, kicks it over to Holmes as they slow it up. Underneath to Bandelman. She'll turn to her left hand. Has nowhere to go. Bad pass. It's intercepted by Wilkes. Wilkes will bring it up as she's being tightly guarded by Semilulu. Durham has it now. She'll kick it over to Braun. Braun to Wilkes at the top of the key. Durham has it on the left side. Durham looking for some space. Over to top of the key. Ruddle unguarded. Knocks down the wide open three-pointer. And Canisius back up by 3.
It's just poor recognition that time by the Bulls in that zone. Ruddle really did not have to work at all to find that open spot.
Semilulu drives right down the middle of the lane and kicks it back out. It's knocked away by Morabito. And the official calls the stop to it here. Shot clock issue, as it looks like it reset there on the turnover. There should probably be about 20 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to go right to the media timeout here, Scott, while I believe they resolve this.
33-30 the score here in favor of Canisius. 15:50 to go in the game. You're listening to Bulls Basketball presented by Subway on the UB Basketball Network. Three points down. We're up by 2. Canisius has scored the last 5 to go back up. Leading scorer right now in the game is Brittany Hedderson with 14. Right behind her is Ruddle with 13 for Canisius. Bandelman inbound to Hedderson as Nikki Hopkins checks in to see her first action of the game. Hedderson with 10 seconds on the shot clock over to Semilulu. Semilulu will now drive. Forced to go to her right hand, and she's fouled. That is a bailout foul by Morabito because Semilulu looked to be in trouble with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
That's exactly right, Scott. It's late in the shot clock, not in a good position, struggling up with the dribble that time. And the Bulls get a nice break there. Now they'll run an inbounds play. This is typically where Nikki Hopkins, who's come into the game, inbounds, and now she'll come off a double screen looking for a shot.
Semilulu has it now. Over in the right corner for Hopkins. She makes a move, drives in, kicks it back out. Hedderson has it now at the top of the key. Semilulu gets the handoff. She'll drive. Left-handed, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound. Back up. Hedderson for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound still up for grabs. It's Bandelman. She'll lay it off the glass. She can't get it to go. And it stays here with the Bulls as they're saying it went off of Ruddle out of bounds. So the Bulls getting several opportunities here on this possession.
Yeah.
There is a lid on this basket.
There is.
Canisius had one for a long time as well.
The Bulls couldn't ask for better looks.
Hedderson takes it in. It's knocked away by Durham, and she'll eventually get the tip from Wilkes. Durham pushes the pace up the floor over to Ruddle. Back out to Braun, who lost control of it. Now Wilkes has it with a nice little runner. No good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up. And she can't get the second shot to go. Christensen with the rebound. And she'll bring it up the floor. Over to Hedderson. Hedderson up top. Little pump fake there. And a drive from Semalulu is no good. Rebound to Bandelman. She gets it up underneath. Left-handed shot is up and good.
Great finish, and that should have been in one. She was getting hammered as she shot it.
Nice job there by Bandelman, who was giving up a couple inches down low, but still was able to get it up and over Ruddle. Oh, and a great job by Bandelman to draw the offensive foul on Ruddle, and that'll be her third.
Wow, that is a big foul in this game, Scott. Circle that one with 14.5 minutes to go. Ruddle, who has knocked down a couple shots early, cleared Bandelman out. Rachel with a Oscar-worthy crash to the floor.
Yeah, she looked like she got touched a little bit, went down, drew the foul. And that'll put Ruddle on the bench. Here's Semalulu driving down the lane. Great little push off and can't get the jumper to go. That was, dare I say, Jordan-esque there with a little left-handed push off. Canisius quickly back down the floor, and they get the layup, and that's up and in. That's Courtney van de Bovenkamp with by far the longest name in the history of college basketball. There's Hedderson. Great dump-off pass underneath the bucket and the foul. Wow. Nice pass by Hedderson, and Christensen with the finish, and she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Great play by Brittany to draw the defense, and Christensen kind of threw that one up towards the rim, went way up off the glass and dropped through.
The Bulls will go to the line to tie, trailing by 1. Canisius up 35. Community Partners Program providing tickets to charitable organizations across Western New York. 13:59 to go here in the game, and Canisius holding a 1-point lead, 35-34 over the Bulls. But going to the line to tie it and finish off the potential three-point play here is Beth Christensen. Beth Christensen on the season, 9 of 15 from the stripe, 60%, and she can't get the roll, so Canisius will hold on to that 1-point advantage. Morabito now brings it back. There's Wilkes flashing to the free throw line underneath for Van de Bovenkamp, and she has her shot deflected and misses.
Yeah, Bandelman got over with the help defense. Thought she might have got a little arm, but they said no, good block.
Hedderson over to Semalulu. She's going to try and drive behind the back dribble. She loses control of it. Durham gets it, and she's back down the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry, and it's deflected out of bounds. Nice defensive play there by Bandelman. She helps Durham back up. Substitution here for the Bulls. Bandelman will take a seat after putting in some big minutes here for UB. Nitor Longar comes off the bench and checks back in, giving the Bulls a lot more length down low. Long cross court pass for Wilkes, knocked out of bounds by Hedderson.
Some very active minutes here by Bandelman. Drawing that big foul, had a nice left-handed finish around the basket and then blocked 2 shots. So she comes out having given the Bulls some really solid minutes to start this half.
Durham gets it into Morabito, who now will dribble back up to the top of the key and reassess. Crossover dribble. Now she'll take it right down the left side of the lane. Puts it off the glass. No good. And the rebound goes to Hedderson, who's going to try and push. She's got Hopkins in the corner. Doesn't see her. Nice bounce pass underneath for Longar, who puts it off the glass and in. The Bulls back out in front by 1, 36-35.
Nifty little pass that time by Hedderson. First I was wondering why she pulled up so short of the basket, but she waited for the troops to catch up with her.
Braun down low, that's knocked away. A great job using the long arms for Nitor, and Hedderson gets it. She'll bring it back down the floor, stops and pops with a little 10-footer. She gets it to go.
Britt's feeling it right now. Great start to the second half for Hedderson. Pretty much involved in every UB basket here in the second half.
The Tecumseh, Ontario native with 16, and the Bulls up by 3, 38-35. Here's Canisius now with Durham.
Yeah, Bulls playing some really solid defense right now.
Morabito, three-pointer from the corner, rattles out. Longar with the rebound. She's looked good coming off of the bench, aggressive. Long pass by Hedderson. And that's just a little bit too long for Christensen, going out of bounds, and that's a turnover. Huhuli comes in for Durham for Canisius. Kayla Huhuli, the 5'7" freshman from St. Mary's, PA. And Lennox will also be coming in for Van de Bovenkamp for Canisius. Brittany Hedderson will take a seat on the bench. getting a nice round of applause here from the crowd. That'll bring in Ephesian Holmes for the Bulls. With Durham on the bench, Morabito now becomes more of the point guard for Canisus, and she's being guarded by Semalulu. She brings it over the timeline. Here's Huhuli. Over to Braun. Left side now. That's Morabito. Christensen on her, forcing her to the top of the key. A giveaway there. Semalulu gets it. Bad pass from Morabito. Bulls coming back up 3, looking for more. Hopkins up top. A great pass down low. Semalulu underneath, lays it off the glass and in, and that's a timeout by Canisus. The Bulls on a run here. They've stretched the lead to 5, 40-35 with 11:37 to go. We will take a break here. 11:37 to go, and the Bulls are on a break. You're listening to Bulls basketball.
30, Scott. I think we're going to stay here.
Are we going to stay here?
We are going to stay.
Okay.
I guess that's not. I thought that was the first call time out of the half, no?
I did too.
Yeah.
But
pressure much further out to the three-point arc. Because let's face it, the only difference in this game that was keeping Canisus in this game in that first half was their three-point shooting. And the Bulls have done a good job of taking that away.
The Bulls in the midst of an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Canisus trying to snap that. They're 0 of their last 4 here from the floor. Underneath, Christensen knocked it away, and she's going to get called for the reach-in foul. That's her first, team second. That will bring us to the timeout. 11:20 to go. Bulls have come back. They're in an 8-0 run, and they lead 40-35. You're listening to Bulls basketball, presented by Subway on the UB Basketball Network.
Scott, we mentioned that the Bulls are extending this defense, and it's showing up in the fact that the Griffs, who had 4 3-pointers in the first half, as they take another one here off the inbounds.
And it's no good. Huhuli put up the quick 3.
Yeah. They had only gotten 3 3-pointers off in the first almost 9 minutes here before that last inbounds.
Semalulu gets it down low to Longar. Turnaround jumper is blocked, and it goes right to Semalulu, who puts it off the glass and in. Teresa Semalulu there, turning into Johnny on the spot here today.
Yeah, a little junkyard dog action here the second half by Semalulu. She's definitely getting her nose dirty and making a lot of gritty plays for Buffalo.
Brittany Hedderson has checked into the game here for Beth Christensen as the Bulls in a 2-3 zone. Huhuli, Morabito, then quickly down to Wilkes, who will put it up. Nice turnaround jumper from about 10 feet.
Yeah, that was among the toughest shots that the Griffs have attempted all night.
42-37, Bulls still in front with 10.5 to go here in the game. Hopkins has it. She's played about the last 5 minutes here for the Bulls off the bench. Here's Holmes over to Semalulu. Teresha's been very involved here in the offense. Top of the key, she'll drive in, kick it back out for Hedderson. She'll step back and take a long 2-pointer, can't get it to go, and the rebound falls to Lennox. Looking for someone to pass it to, finally gets it to Braun, who slows it up for Morabito. Bulls here in a 10-2 run over the last 4 minutes. Longar does a great job to front Lennox, knocks it away to Hedderson. Hedderson brings it back up, looking to streak down low. Huhuli knocks the intended pass away. Hopkins has it now for 3, no good. Rebound to Lennox for Canisus. She gets it to Morabito.
Bulls had numbers that time, but Brittany Hedderson kind of forced that ball inside.
Lennox has it underneath, puts it up off the glass and in on Longar. She draws the foul. She'll have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play here as Canisus looks to settle down a bit after that timeout.
Bit of a game of runs here in this second half as the Griffs have now responded with a couple buckets of their own, and give Canisus credit that time as Lennox, who's had a tough time even getting that entry pass, got Longar on her hip that time and kind of hit a fadeaway left-hander.
Morabito and Wilkes check out as Lennox misses the free throw. Rebounded is underneath by Gardner. She misses the shot, and Longar gets the rebound. There's Hedderson. Over to Semalulu, who puts up a little 8-footer. No good.
Going to be on
foul.
Canisus.
Yeah, that's going to go to Lennox.
No, maybe not. Yes.
Yeah, we're sticking here.
Yeah, we got it right.
Longar got pushed from behind there. And Lennox will take a seat with her second foul. That'll bring back in Jamie Ruddle, she's got 3 fouls and 13 points, leading the way for Canisius. But again, 3 fouls. She's got to navigate the last 9:15 here. Yeah. Bulls will take it in underneath their own bucket with Hedderson. It's Holmes, Longar, Semolulu, Hedderson, and Hopkins on the floor for the Bulls. Long pass, taking it in for Longar, who runs over Huhuli. Gets the ball back. Semolulu now kicks it back out for Hopkins. Thought about a 3-pointer. Stops, gets it over to Semolulu. Right side of the arc. Down low. Nice pass to Longar, who turns around, can't get it to go. Rebound falls to Semolulu. Her layup is no good, and Durham eventually gets the rebound. She looks all the way down the floor to Braun. She's challenged by Semolulu, puts it off the glass, no good. And finally the rebound.
Oh, wow.
Looked like the rebound fell right to Semolulu again, but they're going to get,
Holmes
that's double one. Ephesia Holmes, who looked like she was just kind of standing her ground underneath, trying to box out.
And the problem with that call is it came so late after the ball had already squirted away.
Semolulu with 10 boards in this game. Huhuli over to Gardner, who takes it strong to the glass. She was unguarded, gets her own rebound, puts it up. Can't get that to go either, but she was fouled. That'll go to Nitor Longar. That's her 3rd, team's 5th. That'll send Melissa Gardner here to the line for a pair. First one up and no good. Beth Christensen coming in now for Nikki Hopkins. Also Krista Bacchus coming in for Nitor Longar, who will sit with her 3rd foul. 8:39 to go, second half. Bulls up 42-39. Canisius 6 of 8 from the stripe. Second one from Gardner is up and in. 42-40 the score. Bulls with the ball. And Holmes will bring it up over to Semolulu. Cross midcourt. Thinks about driving down the lane, but then slows it up. Gives it to Holmes. Over to Hedderson, who briefly loses control of it. Over to Semolulu. She drives down the lane, and she traveled. Took the extra step as she tried to go up and under. That's another turnover, and Canisius with a chance to tie or take the lead. Durham. She is a little spitfire. She gets up the floor in a hurry. Gardner back to Durham on the right wing. She drives, kicks it back out for Braun. That's Huhuli on the left side. Durham, pump fake, over to Braun, right side. Underneath, strong layup is no good from Gardner. And a rebound to Hedderson. Over to Semolulu. She's going to drive and kick it back out to Holmes for 3. No good. Rebound to Hedderson, who puts it right back up. Can't get the roll. Rebound still up for grabs is Christensen. Over to Bacchus. Great save by Christensen in the corner. Works around the arc to Hedderson for 3. Can't get it to go. Bacchus almost had the board, but it goes out of bounds off Gardner, and the Bulls get it back. Another long possession here for the Bulls. And we'll take a break. 7:39 to go here in the game. The Bulls clinging to a 2-point advantage, 42-40. You're listening to Bulls basketball presented by Subway and the UB Basketball Network. Five of 20 from the floor. The Bulls 8 of 22, and the Bulls taking it in now from underneath their own bucket. That's Semolulu to Holmes. Now Hedderson at the top of the key. Holmes has it. Now works it over to the left side of the arc for Semolulu. Hedderson puts up a long 3. Straight away, knocks it down.
That's a huge shot for Buffalo, Scott. Needed one. There's been a lid over the basket here for UB from in close. So Brittany Hedderson says, I'll go 22 feet out and try one.
Hedderson with 19 points here in this game. Morabito, right corner for Ruddle. There's Wilkes. Wide open is Durham. The whole half of the floor to put up a 3. She misses, and the rebound goes to Bacchus.
Yeah, boy, how about Bacchus? That's her 10th rebound, and this is about her 10th minute in the game.
Holmes brought it up, and she was fouled there by Durham on the reach-in. That'll be the 6th team foul for Canisius.
Scott, the Bulls are leading this game primarily because of one stat. They are out-rebounding Canisius at the last break, 46-34, with 20 offensive rebounds. 20, which also means that they're outscoring on second chance points 14-3, the Griffs.
Here's Holmes at the top of the key, being guarded by Braun. Hedderson put up another three, and she's feeling it. How about Brittany Hedderson with back-to-back three-pointers, and the Bulls with their largest lead up 8, 48-40.
Senior trying to take over this game here in the second half.
Durham over to Wilkes. That's Ruddle at the free throw line, and she was fouled. It's going to be 2 shots. The foul is going to go to Brittany Hedderson. She got her on the elbow as Ruddle flashed to the free throw line, which is one of those soft spots in the 2-3 zone. She draws the foul.
Hedderson having a big second half here for Buffalo as they have struggled to find scoring options here in the second half, but the senior from Ontario has picked it up.
Ruddle knocks them both down. It's 48-42, 6:20 to go here. Bulls leading by 6, coming off of their largest advantage of the game for either team at 8. Here's Hedderson trying to take the game over. She drives, then runs into a wall, kicks it back out for Holmes, who will reset. 15 on the shot clock. She drives down the lane, nowhere to go, and she'll put up a little right-handed hook. Bacchus with the rebound underneath, and she's fouled. Nice job by Bacchus to go up tall and get that ball and draw the foul.
11th rebound for Krista Bacchus. It barely feels like she's played in the game.
Right, yeah. I mean, listen, when she comes in, she's been grabbing rebounds in bunches.
Well, you know what she is? She's so quick off her feet, Scott. That's the difference. She missed the free throw, which has been rare for her this year.
Yeah, misses the front end of the 1-and-1 there. An important opportunity for the Bulls to get the lead back to 8. Orabito now over to Braun, working it around the key, around the arc rather. There's Durham, bounce pass to Morabito. Right corner for Braun. Braun with a little pass fake. That's Ruddle, top of the key, wide open three-pointer,
yeah.
Knocks it down.
You can't leave her there. It's the one shooter you can't leave in that zone, Scott.
And Ruddle has 18 now after that three-pointer, and it's just a 3-point lead for the Bulls. Here's Semilulu, drives into the free throw line, kicks it back out for Hedderson, who takes it strong to the glass, and she can't get the roll, but she will go to the line for 2. Brittany Hedderson taking the game over, and we've seen this numerous times from the senior in her career. She's at her best when she gets that ball just inside the three-point arc and slashes strong to the glass.
We said that Brittany would need to have a second half.
She's having one.
And she misses the first here. She had 9 points at halftime, Scott. She's got 22 now. We kind of said that she would probably need to have double-digit points here for UB to have a great chance to win. She's coming through.
Hedderson, a 78% free throw shooter, splits the pair there. She gets 1 out of 2, and the Bulls up 49-45. 5:20 to go here in the game. Durham brings it up for the Griffs. Over to Morabito. Now Wilkes has it at the top of the key. Over in the right corner for Braun. Underneath for Ruddle, lays it off the glass and in.
That's a tough bucket. Good defense by Bacchus. She didn't want to create a foul there. And here's a foul on Durham. So this is an opportunity here, Scott, for some easy points for Buffalo, as that is the 9th team foul. 1-and-1 for Holmes. This is where you got to knock down these opportunities. That was a foul 90 feet from the basket for no reason.
And now fouls will start to become an issue for Canisus as Ruddle, Morabito, Durham, and Wilkes all with 3 with just over 5 minutes to go in the game. First shot here from Holmes is up and no good. Another missed front end of the 1-and-1 from the Bulls.
3 missed free throws in her last 4 attempts for Buffalo.
Long pass is up for Canisus. Finally finds its way to Durham as she slashes hard.
Another bailout.
She draws the foul. It's going to go to Krista Bacchus, and that's going to be her first, team's 7th. She was going to go to the line for 2 anyway, but that'll put Canisus in the bonus, and a lot of missed opportunities in the second half for the Bulls, with missing the front ends of those 1-and-1s, plus Hedderson missed her first shot when she had 2. Some uncharacteristic misses as Durham's first is up and in.
She hasn't missed all night from the line, 5 of 5.
Lennox will check in here for Ruddle.
Chance for the Griffs to tie this game here with under 5 minutes to go.
Somehow Canisus hanging around in this game, and she makes it, and we are tied at 49. 4:50 to go. The Bulls bring it back. Here's Christensen over to Hedderson. Behind the back dribble down into the low post. She gets fouled as she puts up this shot. A great job there by Brittany Hedderson to draw the foul and get herself back to the free throw line. Substitution coming here from the Bulls at the next break. It's going to be Nitor Longar. Brittany Hedderson steps to the line. First one is up and in.
Scott, there haven't been a lot of close games recently in this series, but the last time these two teams met in Alumni Arena, Canisus came out of here with a 59-56 win, and that's really the only sort of real tight game played in the series in the last decade. Looks like we're headed that way here tonight.
Hedderson makes them both, and it's back to a 2-point lead. The first time we've seen full court pressure from the Bulls here. A little 1-2-2 press. Durham breaks it and pushes the tempo there as she's being guarded by Holmes. Finally works back out for Morabito.
Play.
Hedderson anticipated the pass, knocked it away, but it goes back to Morabito, who puts up a baseline jumper and ties it at 51. Holmes will bring it up now for the Bulls.
Brittany was a half step away from having a clean pick there, and then Canisus, in sort of a scramble offense, ends up getting a little short 7-foot jumper.
Phaedra Holmes hands off to Semolulu, who dribbles to her left, stops at the free throw line, back out for Holmes, almost loses control of it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She drives right down the middle of the lane, puts it off the glass and in. A nice layup there by Phaedra Holmes, who got aggressive and was rewarded. 53-51, Bulls out in front. Wilkes to the right side for Braun, then quickly down low to Lennox, who puts it up, and she's fouled. I don't think she was actually fouled. Looked like she just took a fadeaway jump shot there, but she will get the call, and she'll get to go to the line for two. When we come back, that's going to be the fourth foul on Longar with 3:48 to go. Stay tuned. We got a nail-biter here between these two rivals. The Bulls leading.
Jamie Ruddle with 20 points on 7 of 13 shooting, and of course, the senior Brittany Hedderson for Buffalo with 25 points, including 3 assists and a couple steals for Britt. So you can bet that the ball is going to be in those two players' hands a lot coming down these last 3:48.
Lennox's first free throw is up and good. She's a 56% free throw shooter on the year.
You wouldn't have known it by that stroke.
No, she looks good here. Second one up, no good. Rebound underneath the Braun for Canisus. Back out to Morabito. Lennox will take a long jumper. She knocks it down, and Canisus takes the lead on a reverse three-point play there, making the front end of the free throws, then getting the rebound in the two. Canisus up 54-53. Semolulu drives, kicks it back out to Bandelman, who checked in at the timeout. Here's Hedderson. She drives down the lane, and she's fouled. No shot. And she'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 as the Bulls, she'll go to the line for two. Double bonus time for the UB Bulls. And that is the fourth foul against Ashley Durham. You see head coach for Canisus, Terry Zay, walk right out on the floor, gave her the old coach's finger, come here, and said, you have 4 fouls. You need to stop doing that. Hedderson's first up and in. And Jamie Ruddle coming back into the game for Lennox. Nitor Longar comes in for Bandelman. Pair of players there, both watching their fouls. Ruddle with 3, Longar with 4. And the second one is up, no good off the back iron. So we'll stay tied at 54 with 3:20 to go. Durham brings it up. Up top to Braun, over to Morabito. Being guarded there by Christensen. Here's Ruddle. Deep left corner, goes off the hands of Durham, almost out of bounds, but saved by Wilkes. Durham, left-handed dribble, over to Wilkes. Top of the key, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Morabito down, Braun. Underneath to Ruddle, has it knocked away by Longar, who saves it into Wilkes. 1 second on the shot clock, and that drew air. That's a shot clock violation, and Coach Terry Zay is arguing that was a change of possession. I'm not sure if he's going to get it.
I don't think Nitor ever had it. She actually bounced it and dribbled. She was trying to get control, but I don't think she ever had it.
She ran to the corner to try and save it, and they are going to give the ball back to Canisus. They're going to say that Longar had it. The shot clock did not reset. And so Canisus is going to get it back. I don't think that'll change the possession arrow. It'll just be a reset there of the shot clock. And even if it did go to the possession arrow, it'll go to Canisus. The officials now talking it over. This is a pivotal possession here, as we are tied at 54. Coaches are going to talk it over at mid-court. Officials here in today's game, Kathy Radia, Robert McDowell, and Chris Poles. All of them talking it over.
Robert McDowell was having the conversation right now with both coaches, and now whatever he said, Terry Zay walked away. I don't know what they're calling here. I honestly don't.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout here for the Bulls. That timeout brought to you by Subway, Eat Fresh. The Bulls are going to talk it over here. I think it might be a jump ball is what they're eventually going to call it. So it will go by way of the possession arrow back to Canisus anyway. It was a loose ball. Just recapping, the loose ball.
Ball will go to Buffalo. I guess they couldn't make up their mind. So they went to the alternate possession. A tough break for Buffalo.
Especially with 2:52 to go in the game, tied.
Oh, Christensen almost had it.
Yeah, Wilkes almost had that one knocked away from her, but now she has it. She hands it off to Durham. Durham at the top of the key, pump fake. Spins off her defender, puts it off the glass, no good. And it's a great rebound there by Longar.
Yeah, that was a good no call that time by the officials. As again, Durham sneaky. She basically leaned into Phasia Holmes trying to get the foul.
Semalulu drives to the free throw line and gets stopped. Kicks it back out for Holmes. Little ball fake. Now she'll drive down the lane. Up and under. Thought about the traveling call, but no good. Longar put up a shot. It was way off, but it was because she was fouled. And that looks like it's going to go to number 2-5. And that's number 4 on Jamie Ruddle. Leading scorer in this game and the leading scorer on the season for Canisus. Will now work the last 2:18 with 4 fouls.
Yeah, and also 4 fouls on Ashley Durham, as you had mentioned a minute ago, the point guard. So
your point guard and leading scorer here.
Players.
Yeah. Longar's first is up and in. Big free throw there from Nitor. She's a 53% shooter from the stripe this year. Coming into tonight, she was 16 to 30. The second one, line drive, just rims out. So the Bulls lead by 1. Durham brings it up. 2:10 to go in the game.
Gotta find Ruddle here.
Braun with the baseline jumper is no good. Rebound, another one to Semalulu, who gets it up to Hedderson, and she will slow it up wisely to Holmes. Now the Bulls with the lead are in no hurry. Semalulu coming off the screen. She'll drive down the right side of the lane. Stops at the baseline. Underneath to Longar. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. Longar had a great look at it there, and it was rebounded by Wilkes. Morabito slows it up. 1:45 to go in the game. Canisus looking to take the lead with the Bulls up 1, 55-54. Wilkes top of the key. Deep right corner for Durham. Being guarded by Hedderson. Now here's Wilkes. And it's up top for Braun. Canisus working it around the arc. Off the screen is Ruddle for 3. Just rims out.
Great board.
Big rebound there as Longar hits the glass. And Coach Mack will take a timeout as Holmes brought it up slowly. Here we are, 81 seconds on the clock, and the Bulls up 1, 55-54. A huge possession in this one here for the Bulls.
Scott, that was terrific defense. And I like the move there by Linda Hill McDonald. She went back to the main.
Semalulu and Longar all in double digits.
How often do you see that?
20 seconds on the shot clock as Hedderson gets it into Holmes. Now over to Semalulu. Semalulu will drive and then kick it back out. Longar way away from the bucket. Here's Hedderson. You got to think she's going to be the girl. She puts up the shot. Baseline jumper. Fadeaway goes.
Oh, that's pretty. And there's no defense for that on the fadeaway jumper.
Hedderson cannot be stopped tonight. 28 for her. Now under a minute to go. The Bulls up 3. Into the left corner. And she looked like she stepped on the end line. That's a turnover, and the ball will go back to UB.
Oh, the Bulls.
That's a huge turnover.
Yeah, huge turnover. Bulls in a position now where if they can score on this possession, they are going to be sitting pretty to finish this game off. Christensen got mugged.
Now here's Holmes. She'll bring it up. 48 seconds and counting. And Bulls up 57-54.
Are they going to let them run the offense here? I guess so, on a one-possession game.
There's about a 24-second difference. Here's Semalulu underneath. Hedderson with a layup. And the Bulls go up 5. 36.7 seconds on the clock. Hedderson with 30 points in this game. Here's Durham, 30 seconds and counting.
Get out on her.
Thinking about the long three-pointer, can't get it up. Now here's Wilkes, she steps back. Morabito finally with a three-pointer. She knocks it down.
What a huge shot by Morabito with 21 seconds to go. She was way out, a good 2 feet beyond the arc, and nailed it and kept Canisus alive in this game. This game is over, Scott. If she misses that, would have been Bulls possession, up 5 with 20 seconds to go. Instead, we're right back to a one-possession game.
High 2, 59-57. They do have the possession arrow and 2 timeouts with 21.8 to go. On the floor, it's Gupilon, Holmes, Hedderson, Christensen, and Semolulu.
And you want to get the ball in the hands of Hedderson, Gupilon, or Holmes. Here are your 3 better free throw shooters. Christensen and Semolulu, not as much.
Gupilon takes it in, spins away from the defender, and then she's fouled hard. Not sure who they're going to get there. Whoever it is, they're going to have 3s on their jersey.
It's going to be an interesting situation here, Scott. Morabito has the foul, and Gupilon, the sophomore, I don't think has been in this situation in her career where she's going to the line here with a chance to potentially close out a game.
Yeah, Gupilon here on the season. She's shooting 86% coming into tonight, but 6 of 7 on the year. So not only has she not been, Bulls huddling right in front of us. Yeah, Durham is back on the floor, so there are 3 players on the floor for Canisus, and Gupilon rattles home the first. That's a big bucket. At least now it's a 3-point lead.
And here's the even bigger one.
60-57. Gupilon second up.
Oh, money.
And she checks out. Little offense for defense here for the Bulls as Nitor Longar checks in. The Bulls will have Teresa Semolulu coming up just to try and prevent the time-wasting dribble there. Here's Durham. She brings it up. She's going to take it quickly in. Little baseline jumper for Canisus. No good. Rebound to Hedderson.
Gets it.
Underneath the bucket. She's not fouled. Finally is by Morabito. And that's going to be number 5 on number 3.
And that should effectively end this because Brittany, a very solid free throw shooter, basically just needs to at least knock down one of these to make it a 5-point game. And the Bulls are going to get out of here potentially with a huge win over their crosstown rival. And believe me, Brittany Hedderson, this is maybe the finest game of her career. She didn't shoot it great in the first half, but we said she would need to stay aggressive, and boy, has she done that here in the second half.
Yeah, Hedderson has just absolutely dominated this game, really even more so in the second half. She was good in the first, even better in the second, and the first one is up and in. Bulls up 62-57 with 7.7 to go.
Well, they're going to call a lane violation. Semolulu, but yeah. I don't think Hedderson had even gotten the ball yet. Kind of a crazy call there.
So Hedderson makes the first. Bulls up 5. Durham brings it up. She'll stop, hand it off to Ruddle. She can't get the three-pointer off. Finally does. It's no good, and the Bulls will come away with a victory. They're 2-0 against the Big Four so far this season, and the Bulls getting a nice home victory over Canisus. Coming away with a nail-bite victory, 62-57, led by 31 points from Brittany Hedderson, who took this game over in a big, big way, especially in the